Hi, I'm Rupal. How are you all? It's raining right now, and I love rain. I really do. I think it creates the perfect atmosphere to read certain sad and depressing books. With a cup of tea or coffee, like it's just perfect. So I have curated a small list for you guys to read certain books and enjoy the sad, depressing tone the rain brings with it. The first book I want you to read can also be called a winter read, but I think it suits the rainy season, and that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'm on chapter 5 and I love it, I really do. I don't know how to explain this book, but it's basically a murder mystery, like a reverse murder mystery, because it starts with the murder, like the first line I think is Bunny has been dead for several weeks. So yeah, I don't know how to explain this book, but basically it's about these 6 students who are studying Greek literature at this prestigious elite college, and they are like completely different from the others and the campus, and kind of like very I can't remember the word, but very separate from them. Like they have their own little world, and it's kind of a cultish thing going on there. And it follows like the murder, why the murder happened, how it happened, and the afterthought, which I haven't read yet. But why I'm suggesting you this book is because the prose is beautiful, the suspense is too much, and there might be moments when you're sitting by the window thinking like, what am I just reading? What am I reading? And can this be real? Please, 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 I want this to be real. And yeah, you should totally read this book while it is raining. And if you have read this book, then I just gave you an amazing opportunity to reread this book. So yeah, please read this. The next book can also be called a winter read, but because I read this in the rainy season, that means it is a rainy season book, and that is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I adore this book. Like I just chef's kiss. It is about Zachary Ezra Rollins, who found this mysterious book at this library at Sweet Sorrows, and he realizes that there is a story about him in his childhood. And then he goes on this adventure where he tries to find out how his story ends and how he fits in all of this. And he goes to this place called the Starless Sea, the harbor, where he finds a place filled with books and books and books. And literally, I'm telling you, this is a dream book for readers. Like the way it explains the place is just amazing. As a reader, we all have had thoughts of going to this place where we could just read and read and read. And Erin Morgenstern took those thoughts and put some words to it and wrote this book. So like, it's perfect. Please read it. The first few pages are a little bit boring, I wouldn't lie, but try to go past it and read the rest of the pages, and you'll just fall in love with reading all over again. Trust me. The next book I have is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. Basically, this is about Kaiko, who has been a convenience store worker since she was 18, and now at 36, the society is pressuring her to either get a better job or to get married. And like they don't want to understand that she is different and she likes what she's doing. Like being a convenience store worker isn't anything to be ashamed of at all. Like the society just doesn't want to understand that, nor does her family, which is like really sad. And I love how Sayaka Murata took a most mundane thing like working at a convenience store, made it into something else entirely, made it so thought-provoking that it made me wonder what is considered normal and what is, because just because something isn't normal for me doesn't mean that it isn't normal for anyone else. And I loved thinking about it, and yeah, read this, please go. The next book is one of my new favorite books, and it is so sad, it is so depressing that it is the perfect book for rainy days, and that is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. It is the story of Esther, who goes to New York for an internship, but she soon realizes that she just isn't getting all the feelings she should have, and that puts her into a really depressing mood. And then certain things happen that just keeps pushing her into this depressing hole, and the whole book talks about depression and how she dealt with it, what happened, and stuff like that. And as I said, that is the depressing book, the OG hot sad girl read. So you should read it while it rains. Like, perfect. The next book I want you to read is Normal People by Sally Rooney. This is a book about Marianne and Connor's relationship through high school and college, and it is implied that their relationship also continued towards their adult life. It is more of a character-driven book than a romance book, so seems like a really good book to get lost into. And the place they're living in, rain also occurs there a lot, so read it. Just go read it. The next book is a young adult book, and I haven't read it in a while, but I kind of remember the story, and that is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. It is this book about who? It is about Finch, and I don't remember the girl character's name, but it is about these two people who meet at this day to commit suicide. Like, they are both standing at the top of a bell tower or something, and they are both trying to commit suicide, but instead they find each other, and both then try to calm each other down and like form a friendship or something. And then you follow their journey to try to get better and better, and while one does, one doesn't, the other one instead falls deeper and deeper into this depression hole, in this black hole. And in the end, it just, I don't want to tell you, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a really sad and depressing story that you should totally read at least once in your life. Please do, please. I'm very bad at explaining books. I have a booktube channel, but I'm really bad at explaining books. I know how to explain these books in my mind, but then when I have to speak, I just completely make a fool of myself and just can't seem to think the words I'm supposed to say. That always happens. So these were the books that I think you should read while it is raining, with a hot cup of tea or coffee. And remember, a hot cup of tea or coffee is really important while you're reading these books. Otherwise, you will be left with an incomplete experience. And I don't want that for you. I really like you. So yeah, please remember to have a hot beverage with you. Yeah, I hope you liked these books and these recommendations. If you did, please like, share. Well, I don't know why people say share, but like and subscribe, and comment down below your favorite rainy season reads so that I can get some recommendations. And yeah, bye.